Hello everybody and welcome. In today's video, we're talking about some Major League Baseball teams that I think should change up their primary caps to something else they've got in their catalog, because some teams don't need to change their hats. Take the New York Mets for example, whose cap is a work of art. The blue and orange colors, along with the interlocking NY, have been used throughout their entire existence. It's also a cap that's used for both their home and road uniforms. But what about some of those MLB teams who I think are in limbo, whether that's because of a rebrand or something else that they've got in their catalog? Our first team is an excellent example of this, the Los Angeles Angels. It's the 5950 authentic on-field cap. Like the Mets, this is their primary cap that they use for both home and road games. The Angels have always had a good cap design, even going back to their early days. The A with the halo is as clever as it is well designed. This red cap and logo have been in use since 2002, and it carries a lot of history with it. Because of course, in 2002, the Angels defeated the San Francisco Giants for their first and only World Series title. But I think the Angels have a better option to use as their primary cap, and it's one they've even been using this past season. It's an updated version of one of their classic caps, and I think it's better representative of what the Angels stand for. And it's this one, the New Era 5950 Alternate Authentic Cap. The basic design was used by the team when they were known as the California Angels back in the 70s and 80s. This specific alternate was worn by the team starting in 2024. And it's this design that I think best fits the Angels. The navy cap color feels like an Angels color, and that navy fits well with the red bill and the red button on top. Plus, I think the halo should always be the gold color. The current one is gray, but to me, when I hear the word halo, I naturally think of gold. The A is less busy as well. There's no beveling to the letter, which adds to the overall clean look. So this cap, I think, should be the Angels' new primary. The next team we're going to talk about follows a similar path to the Angels, a team that has used this cap on occasion but really should be implemented full time. The team is the Toronto Blue Jays. This is their primary cap that is worn with both their home and away uniforms. The Jays went back to this throwback-inspired logo in 2012, and it's been their cap ever since. The logo is a little different than the old one from the 80s and 90s, and one big element is there's no baseball behind the bird. But for the most part, other than the updated look, it's pretty much the same design idea. It's an all-blue cap with a blue bill and a blue button. But in 2015, the Jays introduced a cap that seemingly disappeared just as quickly as it arrived. Strangely, it was randomly brought back this past postseason during the Jays' playoff run, and they showed why this next cap needs to be designated as their official home one. It's their alternate white panel hat. I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to major league teams and their hats, and for me, it just feels right when the Jays are wearing a white panel hat with their home uniform. White panel at home, and all blue on the road. Like the blue one, there is no baseball behind the bird, which is what differentiates it from those throwback variations. Design-wise, the logo is layered. So there's the white panel of the cap, then there's a thin layer of white threading, followed by the blue and red parts of the bird sitting on top of that. It gives subtle texturing to the logo so the bird pops off the front. Again, for some reason, the Jays just feel right wearing this one with their home uniforms. Our last hat for this video is one that I don't think was used with any sort of regularity. It was technically part of their uniform set, but I don't think it was actually used all that often. And now, I'm not even sure if it's part of their catalog. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks snakehead hat. I've looked and I don't think it's for sale anymore, especially with their recent rebrand. This hat, I think, is perfect. We get the beautiful snakehead logo with the fangs holding the baseball. The logo design is still in use by the team, but not necessarily this specific color palette. And that palette is why I think this hat is a standout, and specifically that turquoise. No other team in the majors uses this color, and it immediately gives that southwestern vibe to the cap. The design lets you know the team name as well as the region they represent. The Diamondbacks still use this logo as part of their uniform, and we've seen it on spring training hats. But I hope that sometime in the future, they bring this specific version back. As we wrap up, I hope you enjoyed this look into some caps that I think should be brought back on a more permanent basis. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.